What's going on YouTube? My name is ginj-tcg or Chris, and today I'm back with another Ancient Box video. Now, I haven't played Ancient Box on the channel in a long time, but I think right now, with rotation, this deck has taken a massive turn, a very big change, since we're playing it in a very different style than we previously have. If you don't know what Ancient Box does, we are going to be making it revolve around 3 attackers in this current build. We are playing the Roaring Moon with Vengeance Fletching, which does 70 base damage and 10 more damage for each Ancient card in your discard pile. So when you discard a bunch of cards like Sada's, Explorer's Guidance, Earthen Vessel, and even some Ancient Booster Capsules after you get KO'd a couple times, Roaring Moon, the single prize one, is going to be swinging for one-shot KO on many different, like, support EX Pokemon, many different basic EX Pokemon, but more importantly, it's going to trade very well into decks like Gardevoir, which abuse single prize attackers. So whether you're setting up two-shot KOs on something like your opponent's Dragapult EX, whether you're one-shotting basic EXs on your opponent's Mew EX, Squawkabilly EX, or something like that, or you're trading evenly into Gardevoir, Roaring Moon is a phenomenal attacker, and especially in the Gardevoir matchup, which is very popular right now, you're also swinging for weakness. The next attacker in this deck is Roaring Moon EX, which you play 2 copies of. With the Calamity Storm bottom attack, you do 100 damage and then 220 if you discard a stadium in play. So many of the popular decks that have basic EX Pokemon that can be KO'd by Calamity Storm run 3 to 4 area 0. So if you could combo Calamity Storm by discarding their stadium as well, you could take 2 prize cards very easily without worrying about getting rid of your own Artisan, of which we play 3 copies of to make sure we're getting our Roaring Moons in play, but also 1 neutralization zone, which I'll get into in a second, which is our ace pick, of course. The other attack is Frenzied Gouging. So if you're up against Dragapult EX and you just need to take a massive KO, you got a Blissey EX, which is now super popular, and you just need to blow it up in the active, boom, Roaring Moon. And if you're like, man, I don't want to drop myself to 3 damage counters, 30 HP though, because that's a very low HP in a Monkey Dory dominated format, well, that's okay. That's why I run the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, where you get plus 60 HP and recover from all special conditions. So now Petron is a lot less useful against our other Ancient Pokemon, Koraidon, but more importantly, we've got more HP. So now Dragapult cannot pull a 4 prize turn after putting 3 damage counters on Roaring Moon and KOing a different Pokemon, a different 2 prize Roaring Moon that might be in the active. You know, they kind of have to work and load up some more damage counters again. Now, the one Koraidon, which I honestly am really considering sticking 2 of in the deck, is so nice right now, because I think 2 very slept-on decks at the moment are Terapagos and Blissey, both of which I am actually seeing more and more people playing. So I think playing a copy of Koraidon with Unrelenting Onslaught, where you could do 180 damage if you, one of your ancient Pokemon attacked the previous turn, is insane, because you're swinging for weakness against both of those decks. And despite Curly Wall and Bravery Charm on everything on the Terapagos, I mean, Koraidon is still one-shotting it, and again, it's a 1-prize Pokemon. So if there's any big normal Pokemon in play, even an opposing Dudunsparce EX, you could take it down with Koraidon, or set up great 2-shot damage against an Arch Aladdin for the single prize Roaring Moon to go clutch up, and that's why I kind of love the list an insane amount. Now, as I mentioned, we are playing a big draw engine. We are playing the Dudunsparce Draw Engine with Runaway Draw, which is going to prioritize the consistency and pace that this deck has, and kind of take away from the previous Ancient Box build we used to see, where the single prize Roaring Moon, the goal was to one-shot literally anything and everything in the active spot. Now we're going to see a bit more of a draw engine, a bit more of a slower play to match and deal with Badoo. Playing the 1 copy of the Dunsparce EX just gives you a slightly tankier 2 prize out to potentially one-shot whatever Pokemon your opponent has in the active, assuming that they have a bunch of EX Pokemon in play. And I think going into a format where we'll be seeing like Megas in the next few months, I mean, honestly, this is not a bad card to have. I think a lot of decks are going to follow the Terapagos, follow the, the Ogre Pond box deck, or excuse me, Terror box deck kind of style, where there's just a whole bunch of EXs in play. Now, past that, the deck is very standard for an Ancient Box list. We're playing 4 Sadas, 4 Guidance, 1 Boss's Orders, but we do have a Pal Pad to get that Boss's Orders back. We do have 1 Counter Catcher as well. I'm only opting to play 1 Rod in the deck, since we're going to recycle energy very well with Sada, and then we could just bring back whatever Pokemon are necessary. But honestly, most of the time, you only need like 2 Roaring Moons, maybe a Roaring Moon EX, and then a Koraidon. You could close out a game. So, you know, we'll see. I don't think another rod is necessary, but it could be worth it. I am playing one copy of Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking, which is a very new card in Ancient Box, and that's because we're playing the Dunsparce, where you draw the top three cards of your deck and then shuffle this Pokemon into your deck. So with Ciphermaniac, we can load 2 of those cards to be the perfect cards needed to follow through with whatever else we need for the turn, and then we could just rip into Dunsparce. So I kind of like this deck. I am playing 4 copies of Great Ball just to dig out the Dudunsparces and our Roaring Moons, 4 Buddy-Buddy Poffins to keep those Dunsparces ready to rumble, and 4 Ultra Balls, which can pull us any of our ancient Pokemon as well, since they have more than 70 HP, and Buddy-Buddy Poffin can't pull them. However, if we're looking for the single prize Roaring Moon or Koraidon, we also have 3 copies of Artisan, so we have an insane amount of Pokemon search. I'm playing 2 copies of Energy Switch in the list, just so we could combo it with Sada and try to set up an attack turn 1 going second, if possible, or maybe in the later game, you know, set up a Roaring Moon EX in 1 turn is kind of a nice option to have. Past that, that's pretty much it for the list, except for Neutralization Zone, I guess, where, you know, it's here just to wall out a lot of EX Pokemon from attacking, and a very underrated combo I found was using Fan Rotom, which does pull out Dunsparces, but if you have Neutralization Zone in hand, honestly, playing it early sometimes works too, because you could take a KO with Assault Landing, since there is now a stadium, and play its Neutralization Zone, and if your opponent is trying to follow up with a KO with, like, Dragapult, or, you know, some EX Pokemon, and they don't have a stadium out, this Fan Rotom will just sit in the active, and then make space for the next Roaring Moon to kind of take over. You know, you already have the energy to retreat since you used Assault Landing and probably KO'd Bidoo. And now you can go in, since there's another energy in discard, with a Sada play, and I don't know why. Okay, well, I can't click on any other Pokemon, so we're just going to rock with this. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, yeah, you know, you could go in with a different Roaring Moon Koraidon. Not Koraidon, because you need an Ancient attack, but you guys get the point. Solid setup. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the list. I really hope you guys enjoy this deck. I had a ton of fun making it. It was inspired by the deck. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the name of the person who did well at the Monterrey Regionals. I apologize. His name will be in the description down below on who piloted the list. I mean, this deck did change a bit from his list. I changed a few cards around, but for the most part, it's a very, very similar lineup. So definitely shout out to him for doing so well at Monterrey. Again, name and placement will be in the link in the description down below. Sorry I'm forgetting it. Anyways, before you hop into today's video, just want to remind everyone, got that TCG player affiliate link. So if you're going for any singles, you know, any decks or deck accessories for any card game, does not matter what, make sure you hop on over to TCG player via my link in the description down below, and it supports the channel in a huge way when you guys order stuff within 48 hours of clicking on that link. So thank you guys so much to everyone who's been doing that. For real, it means the world to me. Yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for tuning into the intro. Let's hop into today's 3 matches and see if we can pick up the perfect 3-0 record with Ancient Box. And I still can't get Roaring Moon on the screen, so we're just gonna rock with Fan Rotom there, I guess. Anyways, I will see y'all there. Welcome to match number 1. We open up with a mulligan and kind of show my opponent what we're playing. I don't know if they'll totally make the guess, but I'm sure they can see a Roaring Moon Ancient Box of some sort. I mean, Great Ball I feel like kind of just feeds into the Dunsparce build. Dark Energy, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it'll change too much. We are just playing on the ladder, and we take a mulligan, and we take a second mulligan and show exactly what we're playing. That is a little annoying, but hey, that's fine. We're going second. Honestly, for going second, I open up with a pretty phenomenal hand. I'll gladly take Earthen Vessel Artisan in my starting hand and see what my opponent's got in store for us. Just do a little thing in our deck, and it is Ends Zoroark. So they are playing probably 3 copies of Ends Castle, if I had to take a guess. We have to be careful with our neutralization zone. We're probably not going to get the perfect rip on it immediately, but that's okay. You know, they could do item lock us. So I'm going to Artisan. I'm going to take out that Fan Rotom. And I'm just going to set up a bunch of Dunsparces just to allow me to draw through the rest of the game in a great way. And it's not Ends Zoroark, it's Ends Archaladin. Okay, well, that is most definitely not what I expected off their lead. But hey, I mean, that's fine. We'll mess it up all the same. Honestly, Ends Archaladin might be infinitely better for us in terms of the Dunsparce EX, which now is a phenomenal stage 1 attacker that can live an attack, or usually from Archaladin, without any extra damage buffs, and it can one-shot them in return, and they get rid of... Oh man, nah, they're in trouble. They are in trouble. Yo, why are you getting rid of cards like that so early? And you go in with Klefki, honestly, very smart. I think Klefki is super strong in our current format. I've been trying to find a deck to use Klefki in a way, like in a fun or different way, and I haven't totally found one. They definitely have Research Archaladin in their hand, like $10. those are the 2 cards in their hand. It's I don't know, it's my luck. It's a Thursday on my day of recording. Like, that's just, I don't know, it's just kind of what I feel like they had. And we get a perfect top deck, in all honesty. I'm gonna hold the Koraidon for now in case they play Iono. I don't need to reveal Koraidon yet. I am going to Vessel away the energy. I want to see how many energy we have in the deck. We have all the energy in the deck. That is perfect. And we got we're prized 1 Dunsparce. We have the Dunsparce EX. We prized 1 Roaring Moon, and we have our 2 prized Roaring Moon. Okay, that's fine. I mean, we'll Fan Rotom and get out as many Dunsparce as possible. Just in the deck, greatly for Explorer's Guidance is our goal. That's immediately not the Pokemon I said. We go Fan Rotom, and I just want to get my Dunsparces down. Reason being, oh, Klefki. Well, I forgot how Klefki works, didn't I? We will gladly take one of you, and oh man, I do want to take a Vessel, but I might just go into a double Sada. I mean, do I have a way to get another energy in the discard pile? I don't think I do. So maybe I just bin 1 Sada, take Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. That's huge. I can't believe I literally said how great Klefki was, and then there I go and just take Fan Rotom. Someone is screaming at me for that, and honestly, justified. You right. In case they do play Iono, though, I am gonna Vessel away in energy and just take 2 more energy out of our deck. I know a lot of our energy would then go to the bottom if they play Iono, but if I get Sada, I could get 2 energy in play, and I kind of love that a whole lot more. And I have Sada, Dunsparce in hand. The Dunsparce is useless. I did make a whoopsies. I'll live with that. That is fine. I will accept what is coming. I will accept my fate. I'm not proud of that misplay. That was awesome. That was very good. I'm happy that this is how I opened my video. They're gonna use Artisan themselves. Probably get themselves a Duraludon, and then we'll see if they have Zoroark, Archaladin, and oh no, they get Enzora. Okay. And then we'll see if they have the perfect hand. They have Enzora. No, they have Energy. 2 cards left in hand. Anything super useful. If not, my misplay is going to be a whole lot more meaningless, which would make me feel great because then I can Artisan for Dunsparce, and you get Archaladin down, which means you can get 2 energy in play. You cannot accelerate it to Klefki because it's not a metal Pokemon, so what's the last card in your hand? Is it Research? And it's not. It's a pass. Okay, my misplay, infinitely more meaningless. Thank gosh. I probably would have screamed. If they had a Research or something like that and they took the KO. We are going to be able to get Dunsparce, make my play look a whole lot less bad. And then I think I'm just going to go Sada here and just start accelerating energy to multiple Pokemon. Yes, I am giving them sort of a big Archaladin leg into the next turn, and I think that's okay. I don't think that's something I'm too worried about yet. I could go in with Koraidon. I can maybe Ultra Ball, try to dig out a Roaring Moon EX or something like that. I don't know. For now, all I know is I want a Vengeance Fletching. An Ancient Booster Capsule on Roaring Moon EX here is going to be another phenomenal out to this matchup. It's going to give my Roaring Moon some good HP so that, you know, a practice studio isn't initially going to KO with Metal Defender. They're going to need to do more than 230. We're just making them work that much harder. Because I'm thinking, what? Like, Max Belt puts them at 270. So even, yeah, again, Ancient Booster Capsule, we live that. We're at 290. Like, all of a sudden, we got an insane amount of bulk for a basic EX attacker. And all we needed was just 1 tool for that. So I like the position it puts us in. We could OHKO them with Frenzied Gouging, of course. And yeah, they're just going to see the Metal Defender here. So I'll throw Koraidon in the active. I do have E-Switch, which is pretty cool. So you know what? Maybe I go in with Dunsparce. Evolve it. See the cards I'm getting. Because if I get Sada, Roaring Moon EX, I do have the E-Switch manual attachment. Honestly, I would rip it. I'll thin 1 card out of the deck as well. I'll use Artisan. And I'm going to use Artisan to get me another Roaring Moon. No, I'm going to get Dunsparce here. And just keep setting up my draw engine. Just keep this in rotation, keep it flowing. We're gonna put this guy in the active. We're gonna evolve now. I don't want to Ultra Ball away. Too many cards in my hand. I don't want to use Guidance yet in case I do get the Sada. I want to run away draw, and I get half of the play I'm looking for. I did not get Sada though. So I think I just go in with Koraidon. And do I Guidance? I don't hate a Guidance route. Right. Get another couple cards. Thin my deck a bit more. Honestly, let's do it. Why not? We don't have another supporter to run. And what do we get here? Honestly, not bad cards. I think I need Rod because I might get rid of some Pokemon here. I do have 1 Roaring Moon in the discard pile, and I'm pretty sure I prized 1 this game. I don't necessarily need another Energy Switch. I do have 1 in hand. It's a shame. I probably will bin it. I could take a Great Ball and then just use Rod now. Oh no, but then yeah, because I have Rod. Is that worth it though? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to take Roaring Moon here, the single prize Roaring Moon, and then just vibe. You know, like, we're in a good spot. We'll coast. I'll bench Roaring Moon. I will bench, honestly. No, I'm not going to bench this Roaring Moon yet. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait on that. I do have 2 energy in the discard pile. Don't totally want to use Rod. I am able to manual attach. See, if I play Roaring Moon EX, though, they've got 1 card in hand. If they top deck a card, I'd be like Research or something to play. On it, let's do it. Let's get this guy down. And I'm going to attach the energy. I'm going to Ancient Booster Capsule. I'm just going to beef him up, get him ready to rumble. And then I think here we coast. And we just swing. Yeah, we just go Unrelenting Onslaught. Take a good 180 damage swing onto my opponent and tell him to figure something out for next turn. I gotta remember, like, this might not be the perfect setup for me, but my opponent is going into a bit of a rough hand. And I think this is a great video to show off how, like, we've got no problems two-shotting. You know, we're swinging first into the 2-prize attacker, which is awesome because they're going to KO us very easily. Okay, sure, there's not much I can do to stop that, but all I need is Sada, manual attach on this Roaring Moon, boom, KO. We should have enough ancient cards in the discard pile at this point. We would have 1, 2, 3 because Koraidon would be KO'd, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he'd be doing 170 damage, boom. He's got 120 health. I mean, we're golden. They get Relicanth. Okay, so you know what? Boss's orders could be deadly if they do have Relicanth, because then they could KO Roaring Moon here, but that's not gonna be the case, which, hey, I am rocking with that. So who would I promote here? I think I actually do go Roaring Moon EX, and I try to go for a Calamity Storm, because if I can get Sada to attach onto this guy and just make my opponent work that much harder, that would be awesome. And I get Ultra Ball, so I can do a bit more digging for Sadas. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to Pal Pad 2 Sada back here. And I'm going to put together a couple plays and try to dig out our Roaring Moon. Give me the Sadas. Let me take them out of the deck. I could Ultra Ball away. We do have 4 energy in the discard pile, so I really don't need Vessel at this point. So I might just choose to get rid of what? E-Switch Vessel, or keep the E-Switch, get rid of Ultra Ball maybe? I don't know. I want to keep the E-Switch. It makes me feel safe. And let me just take Dunsparce. Just give me that bigger draw. Can I use Artisan? Can I thin the deck 1 more card? That would make me feel awesome. Just let me get all the odds I can, or I could try. You know, here we go. And then we'll go in with the Dunsparce. I've got 2 Sada left in the deck, put back in the deck from the discard pile, so I think we runaway draw here before Rod, just to up our chances of getting Sada, and boom, we hit. We don't miss those. We don't miss those at all, and I get the Dunsparce EX, which is a card I am going to be obsessed with in the coming turns. For now, let's get this energy here. Let's get this energy here. I got the manual attach, I got the swing, and we got even more cards for next turn. I got another Sada. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're so live. Let's get this Dunsparce down. I love the 3 Dunsparce bench. It just makes me feel all good inside. And then I think I go Calamity Storm. They have 120 HP, but I more or less want to get rid of Artisan here, actually, and tell my opponent they're going to need a whole lot more to KO this Roaring Moon. And the reason I'm doing this now is because this Vengeful Punch is on Duraludon here, so I'm not going to see a max belt. Now, if they want to take a KO, they need to go Black Belts training, which would put them at 260, and then they're still short on the damage to take the KO. Like, that wouldn't be enough. And I think this turn, assuming they evolve the active, I mean, even if they attack, fine, I'll still go Frenzied Gouging. I'll put them down to 2 cards remaining, and then I'll also take 2 prize cards left, and I think that's where I try to dig for Neutralization Zone, where I've got a 1 prize board state, and my opponent can only take 1 prize KOs, and from what it looks like, they're only going to have 2 prize Pokemon down, so they're going to need a ridiculous play to get around that neutralization zone. I mean, they might play a lot of stadiums and stuff, which is unfortunate. They get Pheasantipity down. Yeah, that's another EX Pokemon. They're probably going to have a full EX board, and this is why neutralization zone is so strong. It's also why I think another ace spec I am heavily considering is Legacy Energy, just to give you another energy to draw into and give you that manual attachment to full swing. I mean, imagine if this Roaring Moon we have in the active spot had Legacy Energy attached, and we were trying to make them KO it with damage. And it's got Legacy, and now it's a 1 prize Pokemon. Like, what do you do about that? What do you do about that? And they go for the retreat play. They did not have the evolution. They give me Relicanth. Oh, I would gladly take a Relicanth. That is a 100 HP Pokemon, and I got a 100 base HP, 100 base damage Calamity Storm that is ready to kill a certain Rockfish today. I do get Dunsparce. I think I'm just going to evolve. I could Vessel dig out our last energy, attach it to Roaring Moon. I don't even know what I would get rid of. Honestly, Buddy-Buddy Poffin at this point. We could just bin that. I should have one more energy in the deck if I'm not mistaken. I have none. 4 in play, 2 in discard. That does make sense. We are not playing 7. Honestly, dude, we'll vibe. We'll vibe. I don't need to do anything else. We got an ancient card in the discard pile. I think here I just kind of wait, sit on what my opponent's got, and we just go Calamity Storm. I could go for Boss, though. I didn't check if Boss was in the deck. Boss, I think, would seal it for us. Boss Stadium? Pff, good night, Fez. Let's do it. I didn't need much convincing there, did I? And maybe I should have needed a bit more convincing. That's fine. We'll get the Dunsparce down. Just keep this bench loaded for the Dunsparces. And I think we just Calamity Storm. I don't want to explore his guidance. I don't need to. There's not many cards. I'm going to, at this point, discard too many good cards. And now I think is where I got game pretty much no matter what, right? We get Ultra Ball. That's insane. Yeah, no, we're chilling. We're big chilling. Yeah, I think now is where we pretty much have game no matter what. If they get a bunch of EXs in play, I could throw Dudunsparce EX down. If they evolve into Arch-Aladin EX, they're not going to KO us. I've got 2 prize cards remaining. They'd have 4. I could use Frenzy Gouging, just KO them, take my last 2 prize cards. They would have 2 left, even though I KO myself from their attack. Like, I think that's fine. I'm not too worried about it. I think here we kind of just tell them, hey, there's not much you're going to do I'm scared of, and now we're going to see the Zorks. Now we're going to see the bigger draw. Honestly, even though my opponent had a pretty bad setup this match, I think this matchup is so solid for us. Like, this Ancient Booster Capsule Roaring Moon EX combo just makes it so hard for my opponent to work around. And what's nice about Vengeful Punch, too, it's only if it's knocked out from damage from an attack. We are KOing them with Frenzied Gouging, which is an effect of an attack, so unless they play Mist Energy or something like that, I'm really not scared at all. And if that's the case, I will start Ultra Balling, I will start Thinning, I will use Artisan for whatever Dunsparce in the deck. I am going to dig for Boss to take out this Fez next turn. Like, I'm not too worried. And they're going to go Cyrano to get 3 EX Pokemon in play. So we're doing 60 damage per EX Pokemon in play. Currently, they do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They'll have 5 EX Pokemon in play. 5 times 6 is 300. Or 5 times 60, excuse me, is 300. So now I don't even need a KO with Roaring Moon. Honestly, I hope you KO my Roaring Moon EX just so I can show off the Dunsparce. And even if you don't, I think I'm still going to retreat E-Switch under the Dunsparce and just take it out like that. Honestly, just cuz. That's it. Just cuz. I want to show off the Dunsparce. I love the Dunsparce. It actually is one of the goofiest lads. It is one of the best Pokemon. I think it's an amazing, a perfect evolution for Dunsparce. And yeah, we'll see what my opponent's got. They are going to go Night Stretcher and take back, what, like Relicanth or something like that, if I had to take a guess? No, another Duraludon. Okay, I mean, I don't know how to tell you. You're not going to have another turn left for that unless you play Legacy Energy. But if you play Legacy Energy, honestly, I'll dig for Boss. I will work around it. Yeah, we got 5. We got 6, 12, 18, 24, 300 damage. Just making sure my damage is right. They are going to select their energy from the discard pile. I want to do it. Like, Tenacious Tail is nuts. And in an Arch-Aladin match, like, there are so many EX Pokemon in play in Arch-Aladin, especially Arch-Aladin Zork. This is why I think this match is okay. If my opponent had a better hand, I would have gone in with the Dunsparce sooner against this exact board state, and then I would have just rotted the Dunsparce back and told my opponent, hey, figure this one out. Anyways, retreat. I really hope I mathed right. If I didn't math right, it's going to be very embarrassing. Retreat, Dunsparce, E-Switch. I don't even need this Roaring Moon. I don't think we used it once this match. Boom, 300. Good night. Oh my lord. That's insane. Shout out to Dunsparce, bro. Man of the match, honestly. We got Sada, the Dunsparce. Speak of the legend. Out of the prize cards, we did take down match number 1. Let's hop into match number 2 and see if we can clutch up the positive record for the day with the new and improved Ancient Box. Welcome to match number 2. My opponent does lead with Petra, so they could probably take a dunk on the Dunsparce, which is kind of problematic. Not the end of the world. We do honestly have a pretty good hand going into this. I am going to Earthen Vessel away an energy. Check how many energy in the deck. We did prize 1 energy. We got our Dudunsparces. I could go Fan Rotom, which would be pretty sweet. I did prize 1 Roaring Moon EX, 1 Roaring Moon. Okay, that's actually very, very important to know. I do love the Ciphermaniac that we do have in hand, though. I think I am going to try to abuse that as much as possible the following turn. I'm going to go Ultra Ball here, and I'm going to get rid of a energy. I don't know what we're up against. I might have to just bin Ancient Booster Energy Capsule here. So as much of a shame as it is, I do need Ciphermaniacs, and I do like having Guidance in hand. I also do want the Ultra Ball to pull something solid in the next couple turns, probably. I don't know. We'll see. For now, just give me Fan Rotom. Just let me fan call and get some more Dunsparces down. If they take a KO, I'll just go Fan Rotom and figure it out. We are going to fan call right now and take out all of our Dunsparces. Just tell my opponent, hey, you might be playing a Petron Donk deck, but my gosh, are you not donking this board state? This is the board state of champions right here. I am really banking on my opponent taking a KO here. I hope you guys know that. If they don't, we are probably going to have too many Dunsparces in play, and that would be pretty problematic. But not the end of the world, you know, like we'll make it work. And they take the fire and the dark energy out with the vessel. I have no idea what my opponent is playing, to be honest with you. They go Arvin, what, Precious Trolley, TM Evo, something like that, something crazy. Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, take the KO on Dunsparce. You got Perilous Jungle in hand. Precious Trolley counter gain. Okay, I am gonna be on my toes guessing a little with this one, it seems. I've not seen anything too revealing. This Precious Trolley is gonna tell me everything I need to know about my opponent's deck, though. We do have Koraidon, so this is some sort of new Blissey deck, or it's a Terrapagos deck, something like that. Hey, I got the workaround. I got the spice to deal with it, and it's a Blaziken Monkey Dory deck. Okay, you know what? That's actually a little tricky. That is a little tricky. Makes sense, though. And they're not going to go for the poison. They're going to go, not for the poison chain, but the toxic, the TM Evo. And get some Combustions in play. Honestly, I don't hate it. Smart play. Safe play from my opponent. They got an 80 HP Petron in the active. I'm not going to be taking a KO with the Salt Landing. I do have Ultra Ball in hand. I don't know if this is the Ultra Ball route. I think this might be a Guidance type of turn. And I go find a friend here. Yeah. I feel like, I don't know, it's just a little bit safer for us. E-Switch, kind of nice. Let's Guidance. Let's see what I got off the Guidance. I don't want to, Maniac, or, so, not Maniac, excuse me. This is not Hex Maniac, Ciphermaniac. It is one, Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking. I think I want to go Sada, and maybe Pal Pad. I don't really want to waste. Losing Countercatcher, Ultra Balls, kind of problematic. Buddy-Buddy Poffin, I'll live with that. That's an easy discard. Losing the next two Ultra Balls is bad, because now I got one Ultra Ball left, and it's currently in my hand. That's annoying. Not the end of the world. So I think what? I just go find a friend, man. Let's just take it easy. And I'll find a friend, and I'm going to find Dudunsparce just to give me a great play the following couple turns. Although Sada is kind of, I think, the route we need to go, right? Because I'm not, unless they evolve every EX Pokemon. Like, they go Rare Candy. No, they go Combuskin. I was going to say, if they Rare Candy Blaziken and then Blaziken, I could honestly go in with Dudunsparce EX and use Ciphermaniac. But no, they're going to go Poison Chain, Poison me, or do 10 damage, then the Poison. So they will take that first KO, which is fine. I mean, we did get rid of our Counter Catcher, so it's a little unfortunate, but not the end of the world at all. We still got plenty of game left. We're going to go in with the Dunsparce, or Dunsparce, excuse me. And now I have the space to kind of get my bench a bit more established. So let's get Dunsparce evolved on the bench. I kind of want to try to find another one, and we're going to runaway draw. Frenzied Gouging is going to be our friend here, but sadly I'm not going to be able to pull that off too well. I could go Ultra Ball, and I think honestly we might have to bin Ciphermaniac and Buddy-Buddy Poffin here and just take like Roaring Moon EX. Although Single Prize Roaring Moon might be a little bit better at this point. Do we even have KO? We should. We got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we do have KO on Petron. I just needed one card in the discard pile. Let's go Single Prize Roaring Moon. Give him something fun to deal with. We are going to. Do I have Vessel Ways Buddy-Buddy Poffin? I think I need to. I just need to get as many cards out of the deck as possible right now so I can play the game. So we're gonna get our remaining energy out of the deck. Sadly, I don't have anything else to get this energy out of the discard pile onto, but I do get the Dunsparce straight up, so I can just evolve, move that guy out, and I got a Great Ball too, which feels pretty awesome. I might try to hold on to that for depending on what I draw after this. I might play it, might not. I think now I'm gonna play it, try to get another ancient Pokemon down. Worst comes to worst, just take a Dunsparce. Wouldn't be the end of the world. I do like playing it though. And we'll take another Roaring Moon. That is huge, actually. That gives us a great follow-up the following turns. We are going to use Vengeance Fletching here and just swing hard Ancient Booster Energy Capsule not going to save us. We would have 200 HP, and they do 200 damage with Blaziken EX. So that's not going to be the make or break for me. I am just going to take my prize card, which is Roaring Moon. That's awesome. I need more attackers this match. I want to make sure I can KO my opponent every turn if possible. And we'll see what we got for the following turn. I'm just scared of the Monkey Dories. I mean, they could take down Dunsparce with enough Monkey Dories. There's only 2 down right now, though, so it's only 6 damage counters, assuming that they could get both set up, and they go Iono, give us a new hand. It's slightly unfortunate. Not the end of the world, though. We're still getting a full 5. As long as I get another Sada or something, I'll make it work. And honestly, this is a hand I will gladly make work. We got Buddy-Buddy Poffin for multiple Dunsparces and Sada to get our energy and then figure something out. They are going to take a KO. We will have 4 energy in the discard pile. Now that's scary. I do lose Energy Switch too, which was going to be a huge out. So one-shotting a Blaziken EX, definitely something I'm going to try to do this match. I don't think I could get away with this match without pulling that off somehow. And yeah, they're just going to swing. They put themselves down to 2 cards though, and they really didn't do much. What did they take off that Ultra Ball? Did we see? It was the Blaziken. Yeah, okay, so they might be a little stuck going into the following turn, which would be awesome. Definitely wouldn't complain about that at all, of course. And I get a Dunsparce here. Okay, do I want to shuffle the deck? I don't think so, because I don't think I had a Dunsparce in my hand before they played Iono. Could I check what was in my hand? Yeah, I can. Okay, so yeah, since I don't have a single prize Dunsparce in the bottom 9 cards, I don't want to shuffle the deck. I think I actually want to just go Great Ball here and see if I could draw into one of those guys. Boom, huge. And now the deck is shuffled, which is pretty nice, because I need to go Sada and the Dunsparce to try to get an energy to attach to. So we're just going to do as much thinning. We got how many vessels? 2 vessels left. Okay, so I need Vessel or energy with this Sada. Or Runaway Draw, of course. Actually, you know what? Let's Runaway Draw first in case I get another ancient Pokemon, and then Sada will be a little bit more useful. I don't. I get Energy Switch. Ah, man, unfortunate. Okay, hey, can't win them all. We're just going to Sada here and pray, and I get the energy just like that. I don't know why I worry. This is just for what? Do I want to Artisan? Honestly, I don't right now. I don't want to give him another Monkey Dory going into this turn. I really just want a Vengeance Fletching for 140 and tell my opponents to figure it out. They got 3 cards in hand. They'll have 4 off the top deck. They got 1 Blaziken ability. They could get 1 Dark Energy down. They could heal 30. They have 180. Oh my god. So if they heal 30, they would be just out of range of our Koraidon. That is so annoying. That's fine. They could go for another Iono here. I mean, we'd lose a Sada. How many are in the discard pile? 2, right? Yeah, and we do have Pal Pad in the deck. I do remember that. We got that off the guidance, so it is there. We could bring those Sadas back. It might be the play, because they're going to take us just out of Koraidon range. And yeah, they go for the Iono, put us at 5, a new 5 cards, which, honestly, losing Sada here is bad. But we'll figure it out. I'm confident. I knew. We lost Energy Switch again, too, didn't we? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Okay. Sure. I mean, whatever. You know, it's fine. We'll obviously get double the Dunsparce. And then we'll draw into... Oh my god, but I'm going to have 5 energy in the discard pile. That's not ideal. Is there a world where I could take a KO with the single prize Roaring Moon? I'm not sure. That'd be pretty awesome. You get the single prize Petron down, and you retreat, because you can't attack this turn. Forgot about that. Oh, that's so massive. Oh, my lord. So now you need to use Seething Spirit on Petron just to poison my active, which means all I need to do is dig for an Ancient Booster Energy Capsule and tell you to figure it out. You're going to Poison Chain. That's fine. I'm going to go up in prize card. Or I'm going to tie you up in prize cards. This is huge. That's actually so huge, it's not even funny. We'll take 6 damage counters, but we have a really, really good line going into the following turn. My opponent is locked as well. Oh, my. All right, I want to see if you have a Stadium out, though. I'm going to play Artisan first. That way with Artisan, I can actually take down Koraidon. So now if you don't heal this Blaziken, I'm either going to KO it with Roaring Moon or Koraidon. I think both of these are phenomenal attackers in this matchup. So I am going to go Sada now, get some energy down onto both of these lads, just set myself up for a great play, and we get the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule needed to heal this guy up from poison damage because we recover from all status effects, evolve into Dunsparce here, and honestly, I don't even need to use it. I could just swing for KO. Because, like, what am I going to look for? What do I need? Boss's orders? Energy? I really don't. I have Sada in hand. That's really all I'm looking for. I got Vessel, Sada, Neutralization Zone. Like, I'll keep the Runaway Draw in case they play Iono or something. I think here I just go Vengeance Fletching. And just tell my opponent, hey, awesome turn. Do it again. But the reason that Capsule was huge was because if I didn't get it, I would have taken another 6 poison damage after this turn. and then when they passed their turn, my active single prize Roaring Moon would have gotten KO'd. So I'm not too worried about healing it from the poison damage itself. It's just the fact that we were poisoned. They could have easily gotten another Petron down, kept the heavy poison down, and that would have taken the KO. So it's like the effect itself is what needed to go. And they're, yeah, just gonna start setting up Monkey Dory and just healing that Blaziken passively. Honestly, that's okay. Yo, heal that Blaziken as much as you want. Put all that damage on Roaring Moon. I'll kill everything here and just blow up your active with the Frenzied Gouging. If that's how I gotta go down this game, that's how I go down. I'm not scared of that. I'll get another Ancient Booster Capsule. I'll beef up this Roaring Moon again to have more than 200 HP. And no, you go after Fan Rotom. I thought for sure they were going to put 30 here, so we had 200 left. That was actually pretty crazy. I didn't expect that. Alright, that's cool. And we get Boss. Oh my god, how much are we swinging for? 150. 150. I could boss up this Monkey Dory. That would be pretty funny. I do kind of want to save Boss for the following turn, though, so I could Boss KO Blaziken. I think. So we'll drop the energy, here? And then banger of a hand. Banger of a hand. What do I need? Nothing. I got, 3 Sada? 4 Sada in the discard pile. I'm not going to use Pal Pad yet. I'm not going to use Pal Pad yet. I'm just going to swing 320. Yeah. Just take a KO. I'll save the boss's orders. I'll wait to see what my opponent's got in store. They got 210 HP remaining. I mean, they are going to be out of Calamity Storm range this turn, which is a little annoying. But like, hey, Frenzied Gouging exists. So if you don't put that damage count, if you don't put those damage counters on Roaring Moon, I will blow you up, Ancient Booster up, and tell you to do it again. That's awesome. You heal again, evolve again. You got to do a whole lot more than this. They could go Mind Bend. The reason I'm not scared of that is because we prevent all special conditions with Ancient Booster Capsules. So they're just going to swing for 60 and give me a great single prize Pokemon. Yeah, they're leaving this Roaring Moon. That's a huge mistake. I don't know if it's totally a mistake or the situation they're putting themselves in and they go Combuskin. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my opponent is not having a good time. Honestly, that's fine. Oh, what? Give me that now. Is there anything I need to do? I don't think so. I think I just Vessel. We should have 1 energy left in the deck if I'm not mistaken. No. We got 1 prize. That's right. Okay. Well, that's fine. I'm doing 170. Do I bring up Blaziken and just tell you to figure it out? I don't hate that. I'm going to wait, though. I'm going to wait. I'll just swing 170. What if I get the energy out of the prizes? Attach the energy, Boss Blaziken, Frenzied Gouging, good night. One more time. That'd be pretty sweet. They do have the KO and Fan Rotom, but that's okay. Like, I'm not scared of that. I get the Great Ball out of the prize cards. Okay, it's not the energy that I was hoping for. I could Pal Pad 2 Sada back, or I could Great Ball, get some Dudunsparces out of my deck, Pal Pad 2 Sada back, rip both Dudunsparces. I should be able to draw into it, and then a full retreat into Roaring Moon EX should be able to get me game. I'm pretty sure I could pull that off. I mean, they gave me Blaziken EX. They gave me their beefiest guy. They could use Seething Spirit to put the energy on Monkey Dory and then heal 30 more damage, but if they do that, I am going to go for that play. Yeah, if they go for the KO on the active, we'll have 2 energy in the discard pile, so I think I just Pal Pad immediately. Bring the Sadas back, and I just go for some sort of Sada play on Roaring Moon and just tell them to figure it out that way. They put the Fire Energy down on Blaziken. Yeah, they do need to start setting a Blaziken. They put the Dark down on Monkey Dory and go Boss. What? Okay, actually, that's pretty smart. I'm not going to front. I ain't mad about that. Do I have Rod? I have Rod in the deck. I'll retreat. I'll do it. I'll Rod back energy here and just retreat. Just because I got no energy in the discard pile. Okay, you know what? That actually is stuck there. That's really funny. What do I do about this? I don't think anything. I think I just sit here a little bit. See what my opponent's got in store. Yeah, no, I don't. This is. We'll figure something out. There's no way they sit on this, right? There's no way they go for the deck out. That would be amazed. They would win if they deck me out here, but I think my opponent is going to use Seething Spirit and take a KO here, or look for a boss play or something. They got 2 Blazikens. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're totally going the offensive route. There's no way. Why would you be playing the game more? Like, if you're in this situation, this would be a crazy line to just deck me out. I think because they're playing the game, they're Seething Spirit, they're going to set up, like, you know, a little Monkey Dory play, they're going to set up a little Blaziken play. They honestly might need a retreat into Monkey Dory just so there's a 1-prize Pokemon in the active, because if they leave a 2-prize Pokemon in the active KO, but we retreat Roaring Moon, single prizer, get some energy in the discard pile, Sada, Gone. Good night. And yeah, you got 2 energy down on the active. You could have Adrenabrain, put some more damage on the Roaring Moon EX. They might be looking for some sort of 4 prize card play between Seething Spirits. No, they just pass. Yeah, okay. They're looking for something great. That's fine. I'll just keep passing. There's no way they don't attack, right? I'll wait forever. If my 1 energy wasn't prized, we'd be gold. They Iono. Yeah, they're going for some sort of big KO. They're Ionoing me to 2 cards. They want to ruin everything that I've got, which honestly, it legitimately might work. Just because of the weird situation we're in. No, I have energy. Never mind. I got literally the 1 card that's not Sada that would get me out of this situation. KO my active. Adrenabrain, get your final damage counters down. I've got 17 cards left in deck. I have more cards left in deck than you do. You'll deck out before me. I won't play anything. This is insane. And they just pass. That's fine. Oh my god. What if I energy switch? What if I energy switch and just start attacking? No, that'd be dumb. Right? Because they're going to deck out before I do at this point. We'll wait. We'll wait. Why am I rushing? I could energy switch to the active and then start using Assault Landing, but that just gives them more reason to keep Monkey Dorying damage down onto me. And right now, there's nothing they could do except attack. Like, they're going to deck out way before, like, actually 1 card before I do. So, I think here, as long as we're both draw passing, I'm just going to take a cut in match number 2. And I'm going to hop back down to when one of us actually does something. So, I'll see you guys there. Okay, 1 play did, hold up. All right, now we're back up to volume. 1 play did hit me. Because I do have energy switch, I could actually attach, retreat, Pal Pad back 2 Sadas, ripped up the Dunsparce when Sadas are in the deck. Since that energy is in the discard pile from the retreat, I could go Frenzied Gouging. So if I do get Pal Pad back at any point, that's the play I'm going for. With that being said, we are just draw passing. My opponent's actually doing a whole lot of useless stuff here, but because it's useless, they're just putting cards in the discard pile, and this is fine. Yeah, what? Are you going to start going for Cruel Arrow? Oh my gosh. They're doing the most. Oh my lord. Wait, this changes things. Maybe now is where I try to go for that play. I did not expect a Cruel Arrow line. This one's catching me off guard. That's okay. I mean, hey, this is doable. You got 1 energy down. Next turn you could start spamming Cruel Arrow. Word. Do I need anything? Well, I guess that was a really good time to unmute. Little did I know it was, but hey, it was. I don't think so. Right? I'll see where you Cruel Arrow before I'm worried. You have to take out one of these guys. You have to take out one of the Dunsparces. If you KO any of these guys, that is the fastest. I mean, my opponent does see 4 Sada in the discard pile. But that's fine. Like, yeah, I'm not too worried about what's going on. And they're just dropping more and more, which means actually, you know what? How many ancient cards? If they leave this guy in the active at the end of this turn, 3 damage counters might be enough for the single prize Roaring Moon to KO. We got 1 ancient card in the discard pile, and then we got 4. So wait, hold up. The math is hard. We got 5, and then we got 8 when you count the vessels, and then you got 9 when you count the guidance, and then you got 10 when you count Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, which is awesome. And they're gonna put the damage there. Okay. And they go Cruel Arrow. This is nuts. This is a crazy line. Who are you KOing? Because if you take out the Roaring Moon, I'm gonna get energy back. You don't want that. You don't want that. Do I guidance here? Do I go for the... Okay, so, in typical TCG Live fashion, my game crashed right after I top decked the double energy switch. We are 2-0 as far as I'm concerned because I got the second energy switch, which means I was going to energy switch to my active with the energy off the Koraidon and then retreat, and then I would have promoted Roaring Moon EX, and then energy switch the energy off the single prize Roaring Moon, since we had 10 HP left, to the Roaring Moon EX, and then I would have Frenzied Gouging, or Calamity Storm, because there's an Artisan play. It literally didn't matter, because we had the KO, and that would have been game. So, unless I had 3 prize cards remaining, which I don't think I did, I'm like 90,000% certain that I had 2 prize cards remaining. Or not 90,000, let's go like 97. Big dip. 97% certain I had 2 prize cards remaining. We had game. I'm sorry for the cut. Day after an update, you gotta love the bugs. This is just how it be sometimes. I'll see y'all in match number 3. We're gonna go for that perfect record. Welcome to match number 3. We opened up with, honestly, a pretty decent hand. I mean, we got Buddy-Buddy Poffin for Fan Rotom Dunsparce. And then I can, fan call, get my other Dudunsparces down, and I mean, we'll just wait and see. I've got a Great Ball and an Ultra Ball to hold in hand to try to draw into those Dudunsparces. Draw myself a bit more cards, maybe a little Ultra Ball Vessel type combo, get some energy in the discard pile, maybe start swinging with Roaring Moon. If I top deck Vessel, this deck is BDIF. I don't want to hear it. And we are up against an Eevee box deck. Now this Eevee needs to fall. I'm not gonna be able to do that turn 1. That's okay. I mean, they could evolve. It's whatever. We'll figure it out. Again, there's another deck which could have a lot of EXs in play, which means the Dunsparce EX could go huge, and we get the Dunsparce off the top deck. That's actually a massive top deck. So I think here I want to go Buddy-Buddy Poffin, take out Fan Rotom and Dunsparce, and then I can fan call here and just load my bench with Dunsparces. And I love it. So we got 1 Roaring Moon prize. We got Sada's art in the deck. We do have Ciphermaniac for a big Dunsparce play. We do have a Great Ball in hand. We have 1 Ultra Ball prize, 1 Vessel prize. We got our energy in the deck. Neutralization's on this prize. That's actually that could be very, very problematic against this deck because they might not have other Pokemon in play except for Evolution EXs. So for now, God, let me bench all of them. Why not? Let's match number 3. Oh, I have Ancient Booster in hand. Okay, maybe it's not prized. Whatever. We'll find out though. Neutralization's on is prized. Yeah, that's I think the biggest thing in a single prize Roaring Moon. It's actually pretty big too. They're gonna go Jewel Seeker. They do have a Terra Eevee EX in play, so it will proc. And we'll see what they got in store for us this turn. I do have a really, really funny bench. Honestly, I'm not even mad at it. I'm going to try to chain as many Dudunsparces as humanly possible this turn. I'm going to try to draw into absolutely everything known to man that has to do with Dudunsparce and ancient cards, obviously. And they got the Latias EX to give that Hoo-Oo a free retreat. But more importantly, that is a Dark, Weak, Basic EX Pokemon. And now they get the Sylveon EX, but they can't Angelite. If I'm not mistaken, they have a fire energy attached. They could get 2 more energy and go magical charm, but if I could set up a Roaring Moon EX, I don't know what my opponent's gonna do. That would scare me too much. Now this could be a scary match nonetheless. I guess I could have Ancient Boosted to live this attack. That might have been smart. That actually probably would have been super smart, but whatever, we're already here. They're gonna Jewel Seeker now. So now there's actually, we don't have any hand support. I was going to say, like, if we try to go for a disruption play, they might not be able to keep flowing well. And they got the Buddy-Buddy Poffin out for next turn, so they can get more Hoo-Oots down. They do have another Eevee, so they are chilling with that. And yeah, that works. Okay. Hey, that's how it be sometimes. It's on me. This is on me for not Ancient Booster Energy Capsuling. I don't know why I expected a Flareon play, and I expected to live. That's a misplay on my end that I will accept and live with. For now, I am going to go... Honestly, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to go Dudunsparce. I could go Fan Rotom, but I'm not going to... Actually, I would... The defending Pokemon do 100 less damage. Fan Rotom was not the defending Pokemon. I actually could have attacked with this guy this turn. They only have 2 EX Pokemon down, so using Dudunsparce EX as an attacker doesn't really make too much sense. I think I just go... Do I want to Dudunsparce first? Yes, I do. Before Great Ball, excuse me, because then I'll put another Dudunsparce in the deck, and then I'll try to use the Great Ball and pull out another one. Honestly, Roaring Moon EX, I love here. They could Angelite this guy away, though, which is scary. But no, they're going Iono. And they could still very easily Angelite this Roaring Moon EX away. Honestly, if that's the case, am I that upset about it? Possibly. Let me Great Ball first. Let me see everything I've got to work with. Ooh, single prize Roaring Moon's pretty awesome. I don't have many ancient Pokemon in this card pile, though. I'm going to take another Dunsparce, and I'm going to put this guy down and then use the Dunsparce. This is such a goofy way to play the game, and this is now we're talking. Now we go Buddy-Buddy Poffin, and I'm going to take these 2 guys back out of the deck. I do have space for Ultra Ball Vessel. Okay, yeah, we're so chilling here, actually. Hold up. We're going to go Ultra Ball. We're going to get rid of 2 energy cards here. And I'm going to take another Dudunsparce out. then I'm going to Vessel away an Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. I'll regret that later. And I'm going to take 2 more energy out. And then I'm going to Great Ball, and we're like that. So I'll hit a single prize Roaring Moon, obviously. I lied. Okay, I'm not like that. That's fine. Because now I'm going to bench. Ah, man, do I want to bench Roaring Moon? You know what? I will see what I draw. So I don't mind benching Roaring Moon here. I don't have to use Sada this turn. Like, I can just hold it in hand if all I'm gonna do is Assault Landing. Like, that's fine. And then I can go in with Calamity Storm, and honestly, I would take a KO. That'd be pretty huge. And I get E-Switch as well. That's nuts. But that's not gonna help me right now. So I think I don't mind the Fan Rotom play and just hold the hand. You want to Angulate? Go ahead. Be my guest. Put my Roaring Moon back in the deck. That's fine. Oh, I will need to draw some more cards. You know what? I'm upset about it, but I am in a Sada here. Because I do need some follow-up for next turn. This can do. Because I can Stadium Bump here. Kind of lock up their bench for the following turn. I just want to make it, yeah, I want them to get rid of as many stadiums as possible. Let's Artisan. I want to get a single prize Roaring Moon down. And they'll get rid of their Knocked Owls, for sure. I mean, is that enough, though? Would they have to get rid of any more? No, yeah, just the Knocked Owls. But now their bench is full. But this works. This is cool. And then we Artisan. We're going to take our single prize Roaring Moon now, which is huge. And they could go Angulate and just put these 2 guys back in the deck. That's fine. I'll just Artisan and take a Roaring Moon down again. Like, it's not the end of the world. So I am just going to Assault Landing and just hold the hand, I think. I don't even mind going for a boss KO on Hoo next turn just to limit the potential Knocked Owls we see. And wait, there's 2 Knocked Owls on the bench. What did they get rid of with the Stadium Bump? They got rid of, played Artisan. Do we see who they got rid of? No, I don't think we do. All right, let's go on their discard pile. They got rid of, Fan Rotom Knocked Owl. That's interesting. I'm surprised they didn't get rid of another Knocked Owl and just free that guy up. I mean, I guess there's still... Yeah, I mean, Fan Rotom is just a backup attacker in a weird situation. They play the Ultra Ball, and they got rid of Fezandipity. Buddy-Buddy Poffin makes sense, but Fez is huge. And now they could search out their Knocked Owl here. And they could go for another Crispin play. Maybe. And then they could get the Water Energy down that's needed to go for the Angulate. Because, again, they're short the Angulate. And that's definitely the play my opponent wants to go for the following turn. But if they leave me Artisan, like, I'll just keep putting Roaring Moon back down. You know, like, I'll take my time chipping away at this Sylveon, man. It's not the end of the world. And they go Area 0 again here. So they do have another Stadium Bump. That one is a little tricky to work around just because I really was going to rely on that Artisan to keep giving me a good potential backup attacker that I could just manual attach a couple energy to. And yeah, they go for the Crispin route. They could get the Water Energy down on the active, but that's 4 energy on the active. That could hurt my opponent a bit. And a Fire Energy down on the Eevee on the bench. No, they put the Water on the benched Eevee. Oh my god, we're not going to see an Angulate this turn. No way. There's no way. Any Magical Charm. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're so not going to be happy about this Energy Switch. Oh, actually, that wouldn't even do it, would it? Oh, man. How many ancient cards? We got 1, 2, 3 in the discard pile. 4. Ah, man. I mean, here's the thing, though. If I put Roaring Moon in the active, could they KO me? Possibly. They could go in with a different Eevee. I'm gonna do it in full send instead of get some more chip damage, which I'll regret later again. I don't have 2 energy down. I didn't get this guy down before the Sada, which is something that I thought I did and I forgot I did. I get essentially a Dunsparce that's so big here, it's not even funny. We are gonna Ultra Ball away what? I do really want to keep Boss. I do also really want to keep Vessel and Ancient Booster, Energy Capsule, and Energy. I mean, I could get rid of 1 energy card. It's not pretty, but it gets the job done. And maybe Vessel here. I like these Ancient Booster Energy Capsules because they put Roaring Moon above what he needs to be at for the KO damage with the Angulite. And that to me is just so wildly important. I need a Sada here. Sada's like the only card I need to draw into that'll save me. And I don't know why I stress. Why? For what? Why do I worry? There's just no need. You know, because we get the energy on the active, we get the energy on the bench Roaring Moon. I'll gladly smack this guy here. Do we have a Dunsparce down, or is this Buddy-Buddy Poffin going to get full value? You already know it's going to get full value. Let's just start chaining these 2 guys again. This is such a goofy, funny little deck. I am so obsessed with it. And then we Calamity Storm and save our energy switches. I can swing for 220 and shrink my opponent's bench because I'm pretty sure that will KO my opponent because they have 200 HP left. And if my math serves me correct, they have 290 now. So, cool. Let's do this. I guess I could have... man. Another misplay on my end. Chris is not thinking today. That is for sure. We get neutralization zone. Oh my god, dude. Let's do it. Anyways, Chris isn't thinking. I should have attached this to the active because if they get Flareon EX and Evolve and get an Electric Energy down or a Sparkling Crystal, they will swing for KO. But, of course, in typical Chris fashion, I didn't think. I was too excited about just putting together that play that I turned my brain off. And we get a Dunsparce Great Ball, which is awesome, actually. Because I think here, do I actually shuffle my deck with Great Ball? They played Iono. I lost double E-Switch Neutralization Zone. I don't think I do, actually. I think I did Dunsparce and then Great Ball. I just want to kind of draw the top three, and they just give me Knocked Owl. Oh my god. Now, if I shuffle, I could put my boss back on top, so I could boss up Latios, or even Eevee would be massive, too. Honestly, let me shuffle the deck. Let me try to work for this boss's orders, and we're drawing 9 cards. I'm just going to show my opponent that I'm built like this, and say, hey, I'm drawing a lot of cards this turn. There is not much you can do to stop this. And we get Pal Pad Great Ball. Not going to use it yet. I'm going to use all 3 of my Dudunsparces, put all of them back in the deck, and I get boss here. Alright, and I was going to say I'm going to try to look for the 4th one to help me dig out the boss, but we already got it. So I think I'm tempted to take out Latias here. Just because we're in a really, really great spot. Let me Great Ball. Who do I get out? Honestly, I don't even hate it. I mean, yo, hear me out, though. Just evolve and leave this guy. I really don't need to play him. Like, I get 0 value out of playing him. I think I still go for the Ancient Booster Capsule play because I got it now, so this guy's going to have some trouble KOing me next turn. And I think what I want to do is go... Oh, but you know what? I don't want to discard the Stadium to get rid of Latias. I did not get another Artisan. So I think, yeah, let's take out this Eevee with energy. Gives us a prize card. I could Guidance next turn. That's fine. I'm in no rush. I guess I could have Frenzied Gouging Latias, but that felt like a huge waste. I'd rather just do this. My boss is down, but I could Pal Pad back boss's orders and Sada, which I like, and I get Vessel, which is huge as well, because now I get some more energy, which I can manual attach to this Roaring Moon here. I don't know how my opponent pulls off a KO this turn. They're going to need something ridiculous. They have no Terra Pokemon in play, so now Knocked Owl is shut down. They do have a Mew EX down. Put more EXs, man. I need the Dunsparce EX to clutch up one more time. I don't think it's going to, though. Not against this match. Not against 3 potential Knocked Owls on the bench. There's boosted Eevee in the active spot. If they don't evolve this, yeah, they're just going to retreat with the free retreat from Latias. Give me the Knocked Owl again, and that's fine, because I'm going to do a little bit of digging this turn, excuse me. I'm going to go Vessel. I don't even know if I have energy left. I've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have 1 energy left in the deck, which I could take and attach to Roaring Moon. And then I could get rid of a Guidance, just because I can. I can Pal Pad back Boss and Sada, because they're good supporters to have anyways, and my opponent just concedes. They knew at this point it was cooked. It was chalk. Nothing they were going to do. 3-0. New Ancient Box deck. Give it a shot. It's amazing. It's a ton of fun to play. Anyways, with that being said, I hope you all are doing awesome. It is time for me to go watch the Knicks game, though. If you don't know, I'm a huge fan of the Knicks, and they are in the playoffs right now, and I am just 5 minutes before the game starts. It's Thursday night when I'm recording this, so go watch the Knicks. Go keep up with the Knicks. Go play some Ancient Box. And, yeah, with that being said, stay epic. Peace.